There's a myth that's pretty dangerous that's being sold to men today, that if you work hard enough, grind long enough, provide long enough, you're doing your job as a dad. I want to tell you something. I personally believed that lie for many years. I thought being a good dad meant being the provider, making money, keeping the lights on, handling the bills. What I didn't see was how quickly that kind of life actually drains the life out of you. 2017, I think it was probably my best year in business. I was that guy running my business, crushing goals financially, but I was also overweight. And I was a gym owner. I'm stressed out, emotionally absent at home. I was present physically, but not really there. And that hit hard. And I want to say that being a provider isn't wrong, so I'm not poo-pooing on that. But when it becomes our entire identity as dads, as men, it becomes a prison. It can work against you. You wake up earlier to work on the business and your career. You stay up later. You tell yourself it's all for the family. But deep down, you know they're getting what's left of you. You know, the leftovers. They're not getting the best of you. And that's when resentment in the family starts creeping in. You personally, you start to feel unappreciated because you're working so hard. You feel unseen as a dad. And instead of fixing it, you distract yourself with more work, more business, sports, screens, food, maybe another drink. And that's how burnout happens. And it doesn't happen overnight. It happens slowly. You start missing dinners. There's ignored conversations that need to happen, and weekends where your body's home physically, but your mind might as well be in another country. And you as a dad cannot pour from an empty cup. And the wild thing is that most of us wouldn't let our car, run on empty, but we'll let our soul run on empty, and we'll do it for months at a time. We'll do anything to numb that sensation. So what I learned personally is my family didn't need me to become a martyr. They needed a leader, and leaders don't run themselves into the ground. They do the opposite. They actually consider refueling themselves. They recharge. They build systems around their health, their faith, and their family that keep them grounded over the long haul. And that's actually why I created Dad 3.0 to help men rebuild themselves from the inside out, to teach dads that strength isn't about working more or harder. It's about working from the overflow. So if you're watching this and you've been in that exhausted provider trap as a dad, I want to challenge you to take one small step this week. Maybe it's 20 minutes of exercise. Maybe it's a date night with your wife or significant other. Maybe it's giving yourself a rule to shut off that laptop at 6 p.m. and actually spending time with your kids. Because again, your family doesn't need you to make more money. That's not the solution. They need you to be the man that God created you to be and called you to be. One that's present, strong, peaceful, and alive. So if that hit home, hit the subscribe button, because on Dad 3.0, we're not just building better dads, we're building better families, one small step at a time.